Hi, it's Dia. I'm going to demonstrate how to do some shading. I think that some people are intimidated to do areas maybe like this, a blank space, or even some areas in a coloring book where it might show some pre-shaded areas. So the first thing that I would recommend is to have a really sharp pencil. Now these are Faber-Castells, but they don't have to be Faber-Castells, obviously. And I also use a Faber-Castell sharpener. I really like them. And no, I'm not paid by Faber-Castell in any way. I just have a real love for their products. They're very good. So what I would recommend first is to start to color where you want the area to be the darkest. So for me, in this picture, it's around the edges, kind of like when we were kids and we made that one line with crayon around the perimeter and then filled it in with a lighter shade of the same color. This is kind of the same. Now, when I color at the edges, I use a very sharp, maybe even scratchy kind of line. And then when I go lighter, I go in circles, like a circular motion, and it comes out very smooth that way. And you can go from the darker area to the lighter area with really no line of demarcation. And you can start in the next area. And I'm going a little faster than I normally would for the sake of the video. And then once I get this area colored in, I'm going to show you how to use a blending stick. Some people call them stumps, or I think their actual name is tortillions. And they look like this. So for now, I'm just going to go around the perimeter, because what we're seeing now is the outside of this flower that is partially opened. Now the areas over here that I'm coloring in now are over by the leaves. So the leaves might leave a little bit of a shadow. So I kind of go a little bit darker around there. Now when I move over here, this indicates the inside of the flower. So I'm going to make it a little bit darker. And then as I go toward the center, get a little bit lighter. Now over here, I'm going to leave that white space. Don't be afraid of white space. I think that some people are a little wary about leaving it. When you're first doing it, it kind of looks maybe a little off, but it can be very beautiful in the finished image. Okay, now that I have the purple color done, actually the color is Delft blue. I'll take this tortillion and blend it in. Now some people think that using the blending stick actually makes the colors a little more vibrant. In my opinion, it definitely makes them more smooth. Now you can take the color and move it a little bit because there's a little bit left on the tip. Make a little bit of extra shading or whatever you like in the image. And this last leaf I'm going to color in completely. Fill in this area. And then I'm going to do the stem very quickly. First I'm going to do the very thin part that leads to the bottom. Now once again, the darkest area I'm going to do first. It doesn't have to be perfect because you can blend. I'm going to make the tips a little darker also because it's a nice contrast against the color purple. Then I'm going to take a lighter, more vibrant green and add some highlights. I'm going to add a little bit of the green too to the middle of the flower. It adds nice dimension. And then I'm going to take a green that's kind of in the middle And in that circular motion, I'm going to fill in the rest. Now leaves come in all different shapes and sizes, as you know, and even all different colors. If you add a little bit of orange, a little bit of bright yellow, it lends to the authenticity of the image, because leaves are in the process of growing, dying. And then take the tortilla, blend it, and voila! You have a really, really pretty morning glory. Thank you. This is part of the book, Coloring Dreams. It'll be available May 1st.